This week will mark the 23rd anniversary of what we now call the National Day of Service and Remembrance. Now, for many, it's a memory of a day waking up to the horrors of images of when the Twin Towers fell.
23 years. Wow. 9/11 is also a time we remember the nation coming together, and a time of heroes, too. Craig Wirth did a story a number of years ago that still reflects the feeling of that day. It's about a local first responder and his very special dog. We share this story once more. Here's Craig and the story of Cowboy.
We saw the pictures. They united a country, and first responders were our new symbols of America. Well, after 9/11, it was a story of tributes and a story of heroes. For one Salt Lake man, it was a really special hero, a friend. The man is Dave Richards. The friend was a dog named Cowboy. Within what seemed like just a few hours, they were at Ground Zero after being deployed to Hill Air Force Base as the towers fell. Cowboy and 4 other Utah dogs were indeed first responders, among the best rescue dogs around.
When we would ride the bus every morning from the Jacob Javits Center down to the World Trade Center site, New Yorkers would be in the middle of the street with signs and flags and, supporting the effort at the trade centers.
Something about Dave and Cowboy became very special, almost magical.
I think he knew, I think he spoke English. I could tell him anything. I could, get down from there and get over there. Don't do that. Come on, we need to go here. You wait here for a second. Just like that. And that time wasn't stay, that kind of thing.
It was walking on top of beams that were still hot from the explosions and over fires from the smoldering debris.
I think about what he thought we were doing. He didn't know the trade centers had come down. I mean, he just showed up to this big pile of concrete, and we hadn't done anything like that before, but it didn't, he was the same dog. It was just like, okay, what are we doing today?
The two looked for a miracle of life in the rubble, but there were no miracles. And in training sessions in Utah prior to 9/11, Dave said there was just something amazing about Cowboy.
He doesn't have gloves and knee pads and a hard hat and steel-toed boots. He just has what God gave him, and he's out there giving his all in conditions without a respirator, working his little butt off.
Dave's hand was Cowboy's pillow as they got a couple hours of rest now and then.
I'd wake up and he was asleep too, and I took some comfort in that, knowing that he actually does close his eyes occasionally.
For 8 days, they searched and searched. It was demoralizing to know there weren't any people who were alive, just bodies. But it was in these conditions Cowboy seemed to sense that he might have a unique gift that could bring some moments of calmness and relief to the responders.
If there was a stick on the ground or a ball or something like that, he could grab it and he'd flick it at you. And so the firefighters that were all sitting down exhausted on these rows outside the pile, he'd come up to them and he'd look at them and he'd pick something up and flick it at them and whiz past their heads. And they just loved it. So they started finding things to give him to flick. And so I think he helped bring some sanity to the situation.
There was only one Cowboy. He would go on to work Hurricane Katrina in 2005, but like all heroes, they become lost to the ages. Cancer had set into Cowboy. Just as they had spent all other days, Dave and Cowboy would spend their last day together as one.
So I took him to Sugar House Park, and we spent the whole day there, laying on a blanket, just watching the world go by.
A difficult world that Cowboy made better as a hero. Craig Wirth, ABC 4 News.
Well, a number of human heroes from 9/11 have now died as health conditions from the site took their toll. The last Twin Tower rescue dog died 8 years ago. And as we remember 9/11 this week, we remember all those who responded and all who grieved.